live in Washington, D.C., just 2 blocks away from the Verizon Center where the ACC tournament is taking place. I'm Kelsey Nelson, joined by my friend and colleague Brian H. Waters. Back here at the phone booth, the Washington Wizards are looking to get to that 500 mark finally for the first time this season. Did you know that in last week's Washington Redskins victory over the New York Giants, wide receiver Deshaun Jackson recorded his 19th 60-yard reception touchdown? This puts him just one short of NFL Hall of Famer Bobby Mitchell's touchdown reception record, which is tied for 3rd most in NFL history. Lucien Boutte is the underdog, but he does have 98 rounds under his belt of world championship fighting. Now, Janae, the last time the Washington Wizards were here, they got a win against the Atlanta Hawks, 114-107. So let's make it simple. What do the Wizards need to do to win tonight? Whew. Wardell Curry tonight. He earned his full name. I mean, the Wizards tried, but trying wasn't enough for them tonight. My name is Kelsey Nelson, and I'm a student in the Sports Industry Management program here at Georgetown University, where we strive to provide students, staff, and faculty with some of the most advanced technologies available in an educational setting. Back here at the 25th Annual Franklin D. Watkins Award, I'm here with all the award recipients. We have Brandon Hill, Brandon Burton, Messiah Day Weaver, and Dwayne Haskins Jr. Season's greetings and welcome back to the Verizon Center, where the 13 and 16 Washington Wizards are looking to continue to climb up the ranks in the Eastern Conference. I'm here joined by Brown Ball reporter Jordan Christian, and Jordan, tonight the Washington Wizards are facing a Milwaukee Bucks team who just 3 nights ago, they got demolished by 123-96. So basically, what can the Wizards do to redeem themselves and hopefully continue to climb in the Eastern Conference ranks? Staying on the subject of free agency, big surprise here in Washington, D.C. When Bradley Beal was retained. I know for some, they did not think that he was worth the money. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on why you guys think the Wizards chose to retain Bradley Beal and what will he do for the Wizards organization. Serving his 6th term in the United States House of Representatives, Congressman Mike Conaway represents 29 counties in Texas's 11th congressional district, including Odessa, Midland, and San Angelo. He's also a Permian Panther. Unfortunately, I guess we all saw the outcome of that game, and they were basically killed that game, 71-56. I think Maryland has hit that roadblock. Melo Trimble was the only person who actually did stuff that game, and he got poked in the eye by Iowa's famous eye poker. And the Iona Girls have a very good player in Felicia Gilmore. What do you think they need to do to stop her and hopefully stop this team? What a great game that was. We had Northeastern being defeated by UNCW Seahawks. Ooh. I mean, what a game that was. Also another very close game. You couldn't ask for a better semifinal. No. Really cool. And I mean, what did you guys think about the players? Like, we see them on the football field. How cool was it seeing them play basketball?
Number 3. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was really good.
He looked like he could be like Steph Curry. Like,
Steph Curry with the shot.
It's interesting to see football players playing basketball because it's out of their element. You see how they really perform as an athlete.
And that just tells you they're athletes. They're not just basketball or football players. It's really cool to see that. But thank you. Closing out from the Xfinity Center, I'm Kelsey Nelson here with Lex Taylor, where we just witnessed the University of Maryland women's basketball team defeat the Iona Gals 74-58, and what a great game it was. The atmosphere was great. Maryland was playing at home. They were the number 2 seed in the Lexington region, taking on a number 15 seed in Iona. And Lex, what did Maryland do today, do you think, to win? For the Warriors team, I mean, of course you have the Splash Brothers, but game 1, they didn't even need to play big because they had their bench. And can you just allude to how their bench is playing and how that's kept them in this finals?
Who sets a pair? Fran Dressner, Cynthia Bailey, and Kenya Moore will all make cameos in this season's remaining episodes. Plus, one explosive meeting with Dina Lohan. Get the full scoop here. Right, of course the Washington Mystics, they want to stay in the playoff race. Last game, Coach Tebow said they basically lost because the guards did not play consistently well. As a group, they shot 17 to 18%, which is embarrassing for any professional team. So obviously the guard play is going to be very crucial today to lead their team, but also the big woman in the paint. They have to protect and block it. And also on the other side, they have to get the offensive rebounds, and they need to put those points back up on the board. I think you said the first part correctly right. John Wall finally gets to play at home in front of all these fans here for the preseason game. Monday night against the New York Knicks, he played 16 minutes, had 8 points, which is pretty solid, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. So obviously we want to see John Wall tonight, and we'll see a lot of the starting lineup, except that Markieff Morris won't play tonight. It was a tale of 2 stories. As Friday night, the Washington Mystics left this very court in heartbreak, but today they left in triumphant victory with the 88-70 win to breeze past the Indiana Fever. Steph Curry put on a clinic, and let's remember, in the first half, Brian, he didn't even really have the help of Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. He didn't need it. No. He was the Steph Curry, the MVP Steph Curry that we saw last season. He's doing it again, and that is why the Warriors are 45-4 right now with Steph Curry. And since this is your last season, I mean, how do you want to be most remembered by all your fans?
Well, I hope the fans can remember, obviously, the high points and
The Washington Wizards have deemed themselves a force to be reckoned with, beating the Brooklyn Nets 118-95 here at home at the Verizon Center. And I mean, Janae, that's 8 straight wins at home. And obviously, as we talked about in the Ward Center, how important is it for them to see positive images of young African-American males and themselves as role models?
It's so important, because if you see other people that look like you doing it, you can say, I can do it too. And
as we know, the East is heating up. So the Wizards won tonight, taking care of business, as we saw, against the New York Knicks and Carmelo Anthony. Right now, the Washington Wizards are allowing an NBA high 47.2% to be shot from the field. So that's something they do want to cancel out. And of course, the Wizards bench is crucial. 8 new players, but right now they are only shooting 45%. But we look forward to seeing what the Washington Wizards can do against the Toronto Raptors. Stay tuned for more. Republican John Rice Carter serves behind me in the Cannon House, representing Texas's 31st Congressional District, where he served since 2003. As an attorney in Texas, he put an injunction on the UIL for a dispute over a playoff spot in Central Texas, known today as the Injunction Bowl. The last fight that just finished on Showtime, with Jack facing off against Lucien Boutte. I mean, wow. Just wow. And I mean, I know the judge's decision was kind of disappointing. Nobody wants to see a draw, unfortunately.
That's
but
right.
I mean, we saw it. I mean, I couldn't judge it any other way. But the Washington Wizards will end their preseason run right here back at home at the Verizon Center on October 21st against the Toronto Raptors. Now for the Round Ball Report, I'm Kelsey Nelson, joined by Lex Taylor. Now back to the studios.